Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefits package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at GainaTrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk about versatility today. Unlike flowers that wither and die or chocolates that disappear in a heartbeat, jewelry is the solid move here, guys. Yes, she will cherish it, but more important than anything, she will brag about it and brag about you. And that's what it's all about. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off on your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends July 31st or while supplies last. Acres, solutions for every field.
Play ball! Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball? Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night, or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers.
Strike three, you're out!
Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! You're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day halfway through your work week. I'm Austin Norman, joined by Erick Strickland here momentarily. 402-464-5685 if you want to be a part of the show throughout the day. That's our Sartor Heyman text line. You can also log on to watch any of our Sartor Heyman Jewelers live video streams on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We also want to thank Allo for giving us channel 961. Big thanks to NEPCO for being the title sponsor of On the Block. We'll tell you more about how you can start your new career today coming up later in the show. The news of the day, before we get to Evan Bland of the Omaha World Herald with some Husker baseball thoughts, some Husker football thoughts, and some College World Series thoughts here in just a couple minutes. Jerry West, the logo. That's right. The NBA logo, Jerry West, passed away this morning at the age of 86. Mr. Clutch, Zeke from Cabin Creek, the logo obviously is what he's known as. And his pro accomplishments are a lot, right? Hall of Famer, led the league in scoring 1 year, made the All-Star game 14 times, 12-time All-NBA player, Finals MVP in the year that the Lakers lost the finals, did end up winning the 1972 NBA championship, 5-time All-Defensive team, averaged 27 points, 6 rebounds, and about 6.5, 7 assists per game for his career in the pros. But Jerry West, I think, is an underrated college basketball player as well. I mean, averaged 25 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, shooting 51% from the floor at West Virginia. He went second overall in the 1960 NBA draft. All-tournament team, tournament most outstanding player, Southern Conference Player of the Year, 3-time All-Southern Tournament team, 2-time All-Region player, 2-time consensus All-American. That's an incredible achievement. 3-time All-Southern team, 3-time Southern Tournament team. Jerry West was an incredible basketball player, and one that I think gets skipped over in the pantheon of all-time greats. I mean, if you're thinking about the 60s and the early 70s, Jerry West will certainly come up. But people my age probably think of Jerry West as, just being the logo. They didn't watch Jerry West, didn't know just how good a player he was. Or you think of Jerry West, the executive, right? What he did with the Lakers, and then especially with the Clippers, right? Rebuilding that organization from the depths to being at least a somewhat respected franchise now, right? Didn't end up winning the championship, even though he was part of constructing some really good teams that looked like they were built for playoff success. So our condolences to the basketball family, of course, first and foremost, Jerry West's family. We'll go to break. When we get back, Husker baseball, Husker football, College World Series with Evan Bland of the Omaha World Herald.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
NIPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NIPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NIPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
This is Coach Bill Bush. You all know my passion for Nebraska. Having coached all over the country, I can honestly say there is no place like Nebraska. You know where there's also no place like? Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank has proudly served Nebraska for over 70 years, and they're located in 9 different communities. Midwest Bank is ready, willing, and able to meet all your personal, business, and agriculture needs. Your community, your bank, and mine, Midwest Bank. Find out more at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off on your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, the sale ends July 31st or while supplies last. Acres, solutions for every field.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Hamann Jewelry, here to drop some knowledge bombs on how to wow your woman. Size matters, but not the way you're thinking, guys. Make sure you know her ring size before you even think about popping the question. If you aren't a surprise kind of guy, ask her. I bet she knows her size. If you are a surprise kind of guy, bring in a piece and we can get close to the right size. We will make it perfect for her when the time is right. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Hamann Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call
John Henry's
to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
The Testicle Festival, Saturday, June 15th at Round the Bend Steakhouse off I-80, exit 426. Swing out 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. for some testicle fun. Free admission for military personnel.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block, brought to you by Nebco. I'm Austin Norman. We go now to our VIP line, brought to you by Allo Fiber, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. We welcome in Evan Bland of the Omaha World-Herald. Evan, let's start with this little Husker football stuff. The strength and nutrition staff at the podium today. What do you make of Matt Rule and his staff making the entire staff available for questions for reporters and media? Do you like it? Do you think it's kind of weird? Where do you fall with the full access from Husker football?
Well, first of all, I wish I had been there today. I'm getting ready for the College World Series, but it sounds like a lot of folks got a chance to cook some stir fry and have some quality culinary experiences there. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean it's a different thing for sure than what we've seen at Nebraska before. I like the transparency as someone in the media. I think fans tend to like it too. You can put faces to names and kind of get a sense of the people behind the scenes that are doing the work and improving, helping the players improve and that sort of thing. Part of it is the staff at Nebraska from a football perspective is much bigger than it's really ever been before. Like it is now under Matt Rule. So there are just a lot of other hands in the pie, so to speak, and people have an influence on the program. So I like it. I think it gives people a sense of, where the ideas are coming from, kind of the approach that people take. And I think from the perspective of people like Corey Campbell or Kristen Coggins, like, it helps them grow too. Like if your boss in any field, kind of puts you out there to have to kind of explain your thought process on how you do your job and just the approach that you take to things. I think that is a way that people can grow, generally speaking, in a lot of different professions. So I think some of that's Matt Rule. I think some of that's a nod to the Nebraska fan base and their thirst for insight into what's going on in the program. And then when you have quality folks in place, the way that Nebraska does, it tends to be pretty insightful and kind of entertaining too. So it's been a fun off season to get to know some of the different staff members. And I know the guys, the folks that were speaking today were other key pieces for what Nebraska is trying to do.
Can you get any of your coworkers to bring you back some stir fry?
I don't know how much they made. I imagine the portion sizes are probably pretty controlled, but it has to break a streak of, Valentinos and the things like that are fed to, us folks in the industry. So I'm sure everyone was very grateful, but I'm guessing there probably weren't a lot of to-go boxes either.
Well, hey, you're Evan Bland, right? Throw your weight around, throw that name around, and we'll see if we can get you some. But you mentioned the increase in the number of people on staff. Do you think that's an advantage for Nebraska in the new Big Ten, or is that more Nebraska catching up to industry standard?
Well, I do think they were probably behind. There's no doubt about that. I do think it's probably one of the bigger staffs or apparatuses in the Big Ten. It's kind of hard to say because it depends on how you designate people and kind of where that falls under staff directories and things like that. So I don't know that you can ever really know definitively just because there is so much crossover from departments and things like that. But I know that Matt Rule is a believer in bringing in smart people that specialize in different areas. And if you're going to be a developmental program, like you can't use the model from the 90s of like having your assistant coaches do everything. You have, of course, your on-field assistants, but you have recruiting personnel that identify and coordinate logistically where people go. Obviously, you've got strength and nutrition and all kinds of other things, general managers that go into it. And there's just so much more to pay attention to and to try to get right now in modern college football, even than there was 10 years ago. So you're going to need more people on staff for that. But I think, as we've heard some of these staffers say too, the requirement for better communication is also paramount at this point. Like, you can have the people, but if they're not on the same page and working toward the same goal, then it really doesn't matter all that much. So I think the numbers are a part of it. The shared vision is part of it. Communicating is part of it. And now, we're getting ready for season 2 for Nebraska football, and we'll see how it all translates to the win-loss records too.
Evan Strickland here, man. Always a pleasure to have you.
Hey.
I want to expound on that a little bit, right? And because I've gotten into some discussions with Austin here on the block, not necessarily about this, anything specific, but a lot of it had to do with the need and the necessity to expand staffs. I know we're talking football, but is this something you also envision with NIL, with the transfer portal, with so many things now being thrust upon staffs that it makes it difficult to be able to do something well? And the reason I say that, Evan, before you answer that question, is because although I was a good athlete in multiple sports, there was a time when my coach literally told me, MLB, NBA, it's time to make a decision, because we're going to need you to hone in, focus in, so you can be the best version of you and helping wherever you are to be successful. How do you view it? Expounding on, I think you're right, but I just want to hear, do you think it's necessary on all levels across the board?
Yeah, I think we're working that way. Like, you think about even 5 years ago, what was asked of a head coach? It was to recruit, it was to develop your players and have some public interaction, and that was kind of it. And now you have all of that, plus NIL considerations, plus the portal, plus retaining your own players that you've already recruited. And so, like, you can see why there's burnout if you don't expand some of the roles of coaches and administrators. Like, there's just no downtime. Any afternoon you take or weekend you take, you're probably, if you're a competitor, you're feeling it, because you know everyone else is still going and you're falling behind. So, like, you need to have a bigger community, a team kind of working toward whatever goals that might be. And, like, again, it's got to work out for the players too. I think about something some of the staffers said here this offseason on the football side, which was, hey, the new facility is great and it has all the bells and whistles, but, like, if it's just the stuff and it doesn't have the staffers there to say your name and to help you, learn how to do it and use it correctly, then, like, what's the point? So, like, the resources are great, the facilities, the stuff is great, but, like, the people are the things that really make that connection, that help, that spur on the development, that make it a team effort. Again, today, like, if you don't have Corey Campbell and his team of strength staffers, then, like, the weight room's great, but how much better are guys actually getting? So, like, it's a blend of all those things. And with more of a demand on your time as a coach and an administrator than there's ever been, like, you're going to need more help, or you're going to see and continue to see a ton of turnover at the college level.
Evan Blaine of the Omaha World Herald with us here on our Allo VIP line. One last thing on Husker football, Evan. Ethan Nation in the transfer portal. How big a loss is that, do you think, for that defensive backfield?
I don't know how much of an impact there was going to be in 24. I thought he was, maybe a guy in 25 when the secondary turned over a little bit more who would contend for a spot there. I thought maybe his impact this season would have been more as a returner. Like we saw in the spring, he was getting some looks on punts and kickoffs and things like that. And that's probably where, the the Husker fans would maybe notice the biggest difference because, of course, Nebraska's trying to improve in that area. And it's been a while since they've had a dynamic returner who's been a threat to bring one back. So that probably hurts him a little bit in the short term. Again, in the longer term, he was probably a prospect and the kind of guy who would have trended toward, certainly a contributing role in the secondary. But I think, again, part of it, too, is when you have 140 players on your roster, sometimes things happen. And my understanding is this wasn't performance-based. This wasn't, disciplinary. This was just kind of off-the-field personal life stuff. And so he moved on. And I think Nebraska has enough depth to where it can cover that pretty well. And so I would imagine the secondary will be just fine. And you wish the young man well wherever he ends up next.
Flipping that around for Nebraska baseball, a transfer in not long ago, Cale Frost, Summit League Player of the Year, corner outfield type. What do fans need to know about Cale Frost and Husker baseball?
Yeah, big time addition in the portal. I was trying to think just in the last couple cycles, like who would maybe even be in the conversation for the best portal bat Nebraska's had. And maybe it was Charlie Fisher from a couple years ago, but Frost is a guy who clearly fits a need for Nebraska. You'll take anytime you can take a guy who has 21 home runs in a season and hits 340 plus, you'll absolutely do it. So Frost comes with 1 year of eligibility left. He was the Summit League Player and Newcomer of the Year, and he plays corner infield, which is where Nebraska is going to need some reinforcements now that guys like Cole Evans and Garrett Anglum and Clay Bradford and potentially Gabe Swanson are gone. So you needed some production out of one of those spots, and you found it. And what I thought was interesting about his process in coming to Nebraska, I spoke with him last night, was that like it wasn't a lot of the typical stuff that you might hear about a guy coming to Nebraska. It was the fact that he played a game at Haymarket a month ago and was really impressed by 5,000 people showing up and being loud on a Wednesday night and said, I want to play in front of that. So in sort of an ironic twist, the game that I think most Nebraska fans would point to as the worst loss of the year, when the bullpen melted down and South Dakota State won, in the long term, is ended up netting them maybe their best portal bat that they've had under Will Bolt. So kind of funny how things work sometimes, but with 1 year to go, a big time ad. And I think it's also worth adding that he's on MLB draft radars too. So Nebraska is probably not in the clear yet. I think there are a lot of pro scouts that are still evaluating him. So we'll see how that works out here in about a month. But in the meantime, definitely a big time ad and a bat that Nebraska is going to have in the lineup regularly next year.
Speaking of pro evaluations, Nebraska baseball posted the graphic of where the players are going over the summer. Nebraska had 2 guys being sent to the Cape Cod League. Jalen Worthley not going anymore, at least from what I've heard. Dylan Carey going up to the Cape Cod League. What's got to change for him over the summer for him to take a step for Nebraska next spring?
Well, I think he needs to take probably the next step as an offensive player with his consistency. Like defensively, he was outstanding all year. And I think one of the credits that you can give to him as a sophomore playing full-time everyday shortstop for the first time was he had some stretches where the bat wasn't going for him over extended periods, and it really didn't affect his defense. Like he was very good at shortstop most of the year. It definitely was an asset there, helped save some runs for Nebraska. It certainly had some big hits for the Huskers, especially early in the season. But I think that's probably the next step for him, is seeing high-end college arms for a couple of months in that Cape Cod League, and just finding a way to be a little bit more consistent and work on his game, maybe tweak some stuff. I don't know if maybe mechanics or anything like that are part of it, or if it's just sort of a mental, practice and evolution that he's looking for out there. But it's a great opportunity for sure. I mean, you're going to be surrounded by people who take their craft seriously, who are performing at a high level every day. And, that's a place where you can, if something clicks, you can really take off. So Nebraska's had guys that have done that in the past, Max Anderson being one a couple of years ago. But cool opportunity for Dylan Carey. It's hard to get into that league. Not everybody can do it. So I think it also speaks to just how people view him around the sport and maybe what his ceiling still can be.
Brett Sears dominated the Northwoods League last year, comes back Big Ten Pitcher of the Year, All-America honors as well. Is there a pitcher on Nebraska's roster that you think can have a good summer, then come back with a bigger role next year?
Well, I think the guy who can really take a step is Mason McConaughey, but my understanding is he's not doing summer league because of what the workload that he had in the spring. So I'm trying to think of guys who are going out on the pitching side. A lot of the players you would think are going to be key arms for Nebraska are staying home because they were used quite a bit this year. But, a lot of their younger guys that are heading out, I think Ryan Harrahill is one who's going out. I don't recall if Ty Horn's going out or not, but these were, high-end prospects that they brought in that kind of got a little trial by fire as true freshmen. And you would think that they're going to get chances next year. I don't believe Caleb Clark's going out either, but he's someone else who showed flashes this season and maybe could take that next step. And kind of the same thing with Drew Christo. I mean, he was someone who really came on late in the year, and maybe he found something and unlocked something that could carry over to next year. So I think it's a combination of guys who are going out this summer, guys who have another chance to work with Rob Childress, guys who, have been in college ball for a few years and sort of take that next step the way that Sears did. I mean, a year ago at this time, I don't think anybody would have said Brett Sears would be a second-team All-American and the Big Ten Pitcher of the Year. So sometimes these things kind of pop quickly, and I think Nebraska feels like it has the right guys in terms of personalities, work ethic, stuff, and sometimes it's all about going on the road, getting out of your comfort zone, and figuring something out, and then bringing it back to campus in the fall and really taking off.
The guy that I've got my eye on, Evan, is Will Walsh, who's going out to the Valley League. But it came out, you reported it, that he's going to be coming back as a pitcher only, right? Not going to be swinging the sticks anymore. How big is the summer for Will Walsh, and what do you think he needs to work on, over the summer as a, pitcher only?
Yeah, it'll be a little bit different for him, being able to hone in on just the one side of things. And he was not a bad hitter by any means. I mean, he had power. I think he had 5 home runs this past year, played a little bit of first base and was solid defensively doing that. But now that he's a pitcher only, you can kind of dive deeper into what you're doing a little bit more. And I think he's excited to do that. I mean, he told me that was kind of his decision, was to focus on just the one side. And I think guys get to the point in their careers where you kind of look at it and say, what's the best path to the professional level, and where do I maybe translate over the best? And I think he correctly assessed that pitching was that side for him. And we saw the upside in the Big Ten tournament when he won a complete game against Indiana. And he brings just a little bit something different to the table for Nebraska. He's not a mid-90s guy with biting stuff. He's going to throw a lot of off-speed pitches and sliders. And if he's locating, he's going to get a lot of soft contact. So I think working on his command is the key. I mean, with a lot of these summer pitchers, the first thing I look at is what's your strikeout to walk ratio? Because that translates no matter what level of competition you're talking about. Are you in the strike zone? And so if he comes back to Lincoln this fall and has shown good command and the ability to miss bats, then I think he's going to be in that conversation for either a weekend rotation spot or a midweek starting job. And it's going to be a key piece for what Nebraska does in 25.
Last thing then for you, Evan, you mentioned you're getting ready for the College World Series. You have the 3 ACC teams and the SEC team in Tennessee in one bracket. The other bracket is 3 SEC teams and the ACC team in NC State. But one of the SEC teams is Florida. If you're a fan and the team that you're rooting for loses to a team that then makes a run to the College World Series, are you more okay with it that, hey, you lost to a team that got hot, you're just the first kind of speed bump? Or are you more upset that, hey, that could have been us, why did it have to be them? And of course, I'm talking about Florida making its run to Omaha.
I think I'd be okay with it personally. I mean, I think you could, if you're looking back at it as a Nebraska fan, you can probably say, that was unfortunately kind of a lousy draw in the sense of okay, yeah, you were a regional 2 seed playing a regional 3, but that regional 3 happened to be the College World Series runner-up the year before that underachieved / navigated the most difficult schedule in the country this year. So you look at Florida now in the College World Series, like they're technically the underdog, is the only non-national seed. But I mean, come on, it's Florida with the resources that they have. They have in Jack Caglione, the guy who's going to be the best, highest draft pick of anybody in the CWS field. So, I think if you're Nebraska, you look at it and you say, hey, we hung in there in game one, and rallied back a little bit. And in game three, when Florida was really pounding it late, they were right in that thing into the seventh inning. So I think it's a really valuable opportunity for Nebraska to get a firsthand look at what it takes and just how far away are they. Like, Nebraska had a good season, but they just spent 18 innings in a regional setting against a team in the College World Series. That's going to give you a better sense of what you need to do from a talent perspective, and just kind of what it looks like. So I think there's a lot of value in that for Nebraska. If you're in a different regional, you kind of wonder how that could have turned out potentially. But I think Nebraska, in hindsight, represented itself pretty well, considering some of the differences in resources and things like that between the programs. So, I don't think people are probably too upset about it at this point. And I imagine there are probably a few teams, or a few fans, I should say, maybe rooting for the Gators to go all the way.
It's Evan Bland of the Omaha World Herald with us for more College World Series coverage. Keep it tuned here to 93.7 The Ticket, of course. But if you're a print fan, we highly recommend Evan's work. He'll be up there for the next, 10 days? It's done on the 22nd, Evan. Week and a half up at Charles Schwab Field for you?
Yeah, it's the new home away from home. Everything except the air mattress and the press box.
Fair enough. Well, Evan, thanks as always for your time. We want to make sure we recommend people check out omaha.com. Have fun at the CWS, and we're just down the block, so maybe stop by the Blur party and say hi.
Let's do it. Sounds good.
There you go. It's Evan Bland with us on our Allo VIP line, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. We'll take a break. Wrap up hour one of On the Block next.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today. See mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot with an afternoon high around 98. Tonight, a slight chance of storms early. Otherwise, mostly clear. Low around 70. And tomorrow, sunny skies return. Another hot afternoon with a high around 95. Meteorologist Kyle Cluck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Hay season is a race against time. Win that race with an all-new 1 Series round baler from Landmark Implement. The all-new John Deere 1 Series round baler is a revolutionary leap in baler technology that captures near real-time moisture and weight data that can be analyzed through Operations Center to improve your bale quality and farm efficiency. Are you ready to upgrade your hay equipment? Contact your local Landmark location for full details on the new 1 Series round baler and experience the Landmark difference.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off on your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends July 31st or while supplies last. Acres, solutions for every field.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Owned Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Owned Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Strick and Austin back with you. Thanks to Evan Blaine for joining us on our Allo VIP line. Big thanks to Allo for also sponsoring Channel 961 for us. If you're an Allo subscriber, you can pull us up on TV. Thanks to Sartor Heyman for fueling the live streams that we then send out to Allo. All right, Stricky. Short, kind of funny topics that stage for
real quick. I just need to do a quick shout out. DMM.
DMM?
You know what that means? I'll add to it so that way you can maybe DMMW. Anybody? Sauter Heyman text line. Do we got some Salt Dogs tickets?
I'm sure we do.
Man.
Somewhere.
Salt Dogs tickets, if you know what's on Stricky's mind. See, that's the thing about my partners and my friends here on the ticket. One of the things is they always say, what do you mean, your boy? Like, who are you talking about?
We do say that.
I want to know if you know what Stricky's talking about. What's near and dear, Stricky is saying DMMW. What is that an acronym? What is that?
I don't know what you're getting at, so I don't know what to tell you.
There's words that are associated with DMMW.
Is it a phrase?
And I'm not talking about a car.
Okay.
It's something you would know. You would understand. It's an important topic in sports. DMM. We're gonna give away some Salt Dogs ticket. Sauter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. If you know what DMM, that means MMW. What that means and what's on Stricky's mind right now. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know if I can continue the segment unless I know.
Well, we'll see if somebody comes through with it, and if they don't, I'll tell you. But let's talk about your quick fast. What was you gonna say?
I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to think through DMMW.
Oh,
don't mess with. No, it'll be DMW. Don't.
I mean, you kind of there. You kind of.
Des Moines Municipal Water, says Riley W.
You ready? Y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go until after this segment.
Yeah, they can answer during break.
Yeah, I'll tell you during break.
I don't know.
That's all good. But
Direct message my woman.
I like that. I might use that for that. But we were talking about not Jerry West, but you wanted to quickly get into.
Oh yeah, the guy running across the field at the Reds Guardians game.
He got tased.
Yeah.
What about it?
Why did he need to get tased? Like
So-
he wasn't a streaker.
Would you much rather tase somebody with clothes on or bucket naked?
Obviously, I'd rather they have clothes on.
There you go.
But-
That's an answer. Why you got tased with clothes on?
But I'd rather.
What if the tase hits you in the?
Stricky.
in the,
Here's the thing. I feel like you need to tase the naked person because you don't want to touch them. But you can just tackle the person with clothes on.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
Dallas Mavericks must win.
Give that man the victory.
Okay.
Dallas Mavs must win tonight.
Game 3?
A must. Anything less than that is a wrap.
Dang.
But I sent you something to understand why the freaking Mavs is taking L's right now. And I'm not going to say his injury.
Can't spell Dallas without 2 L's. Just avoid the third, right?
Right. That part.
Let's
There
go
it
to
is.
break. We'll get the tickets given out. Would you rather have player A or player B in Major League Baseball right now? Give Stricky the stats. See which one he'd prefer.
I'd much rather
And we'll
tase
talk through
somebody with clothes on instead of bucket naked.
Fair enough. Would you rather tase someone with clothes on or clothes off? Let us know. 402-464-5685. Hour 2 of On the Block. Next.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Erick Services takes this time to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. We hope that everyone is able to show how much they care for and respect the dads in their life for this weekend especially, but in everyday life too. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Erick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Erick Services, on the air because they care.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from a program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Summer is here, and it's time for Acres postseason planter parts sale. Save big on all in-stock John Deere planter parts. Get an automatic 10% off on your purchase, or get 15% off when you spend $5,000 or more. Buy over $10,000 and get a whopping 20% off. Visit your local Acres location today and stock up on planter parts and save thousands. Hurry, this sale ends July 31st or while supplies last. Acres, solutions for every field.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, deal ends June 14th. Join now, online or at your local PF Club.
See Home Club for details.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
The 31st Annual Testicle Festival, Saturday, June 15th at Round the Bend Steakhouse, just off I-80, exit 426. Swing out 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. for live music, cold beer, and of course, nuts. Visit roundthebendsteakhouse.com for more.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those serving today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
Hay season is a race against time. Win that race with an all-new 1 Series round baler from Landmark Implement. The all-new John Deere 1 Series round baler is a revolutionary leap in baler technology that captures near real-time moisture and weight data that can be analyzed through Operations Center to improve your bale quality and farm efficiency. Are you ready to upgrade your hay equipment? Contact your local Landmark location for full details on the new 1 Series round baler and experience the Landmark difference.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome in hour 2 of the show, brought to you by NIPCO. NIPCO and constructors are hiring for all positions with immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. If you join the crew today, you'll be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Visit nebcoinc.com or constructorslincoln.com to learn more. The guy that said DMMW, DMMW, did not want the tickets. So here's what we're going to do. PJ Washington is the Dallas Mavericks' third leading scorer. Stricky, how many points per game is PJ Washington averaging this season?
This season?
This season. How many points per game this
season?
Total,
not the playoffs.
Total. Actually, wait a minute. Let's do playoffs. Let's do playoffs only. Playoffs only. How many playoff points per game is PJ Washington averaging?
16.5.
Okay, texter number 3 with the right answer. Over, under, or push. 4 tickets and a parking pass to the Lincoln Salt Dogs on Tuesday the 18th are yours. 402-464-5685. Hammond Bean says a naked person needs tased where God split him, which is kind of what you were saying about around the bench, Tricky. Claytonia John says same thing. See if you can hit him in the twig and berries. Brian T says, seeing as tackling as a real possibility for my job, clothes on, please. So I think that answers that. Keep your clothes on, people.
There it is. Keep your clothes on, baby.
Shouldn't be that hard. We will await the winner of the over-under or push, 16.5 playoff points per game for PJ Washington. While we await that answer, we're going to play a fun game of Would You Rather, MLB edition. Which player would you rather have? Okay, Stricky, player A has played in 68 games so far this year, has 75 hits, 25 of them are home runs, has driven in 62 runs, an on-base percentage of 437, slugging percentage of 712.
Half of his hits are homers?
1/3 of his hits.
One-third of them?
25 out of 75. And his OPS plus is 220. That's player 1. Player 2.
OPS is on
base plus slugging.
Plus slugging.
Okay. Player 2 has 77 hits, 17 home runs, 53 runs driven in, a 316 batting average, 426 on base percentage, 594 slugging percentage, and a 187 OPS plus. Taking player A or player B?
Run me player A one more time, please. What's the definition?
The definition is baseball players that are very good. 75 hits, 25 homers, 62 RBI, 310 batting average, 437 on base, 712 slug, 220 OPS plus.
I like that guy.
You like that guy?
Yeah.
You, Erick Strickland, just chose Juan Soto, or chose Aaron Judge over Juan Soto.
I like that.
Do you like that?
No, because that's Rico's guy.
They're both Rico's guy.
I don't like him.
And that's the kind of the unfair part for baseball teams this year. If you're a Royals fan, you have seen Judge and Soto victimize the Royals the last couple games. Aaron Judge is on a ridiculous tear to start the year. 5.2 wins above replacement. The 25 home runs already this season. 2 times better than league average with the bat. And the guy that hits right behind him in the lineup is maybe the best young hitter of all time. Like, I don't want to miss this. Juan Soto, through his age 24 season, which would have been last year for him, 5th highest OPS plus ever, behind Ty Cobb, Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, and Jimmy Fox.
Some good names in there.
Those are some great names.
Great names. Yeah. That's so anywhere I go with that one, I'm winning.
You straight win.
And so what is their production like in win shares?
That's kind of what OPS wins above replacement would look at. And right now,
like what's
Aaron Judge leads 5.2 to 3.7 because of the defense.
Okay.
He's playing center, playing
where,
pretty well.
Where are they sitting in the stands? In the standings right now?
Yankees lead the AL East. They are very good. One of the best records in all
They're
baseball.
back on top.
They're back on top.
Are they there to stay?
Hope not, but probably.
Dang.
Yeah.
You would hope you could just evade them like one, get them to go in the dumps. They just got too much money.
Too much money. And here's the thing. 2 teams now have let Juan Soto walk out the door. First, it was the Nationals who traded him to the Padres. Then the Padres traded him to the New York Yankees.
Which is idiocy. And I don't get that.
No.
Why they do that? They just give them basically.
You let Ted Williams walk out the door, essentially. Okay. That's pretty incredible. We know about Shohei Ohtani's big contract. We know how much money he deferred. Stricky, I will be shocked if Juan Soto gets less than $600 million in free agency.
Shocked.
He's that good. He's going to enter free agency at 26. Think about
10
that.
10 years?
Maybe. Maybe. But how awesome for Juan Soto to have played so well this early in his career, to come up at a young age, rake like Ted Williams, and then hit free agency technically before your athletic prime. Like, as an athlete, that never happens. Juan Soto needs to capitalize.
Yeah, he's an anomaly. And what's crazy is he's got a freaking blueprint sitting right in front of him with Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Because if I'm him, it is deferment. I'm talking long deferment. I don't even want, I just want what I can get to just live right now. You know what I mean? New York is just as bad as Cali. As far as I played there and it hurt. When I tell you, just driving across the bridge hurt. And I'm like, I'm paying for this and it's got potholes in it. You know what I mean?
You cross into New York State and all of a sudden you just start aching all over. You don't know why, but you're about to find out.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to find out. You're going to be like that guy with clothes on and just happened to be streaking and they came off. That's what it feels like.
Let's do another Would You Rather. This time, these players will not be on the same team, so I can tell you that much. You would have to pick between these two. Player A, if my tab will switch. No, don't crash, computer, please. Oh, this is sad.
There's nothing worse than that, too. And there's nothing worse than being without your phone on a trip somewhere. That's whatever's happening right now as far as the computer's concerned. I had one computer, and I'm going to tell you about it. I had a computer. It's just like this one, the one I got, maybe just a few years older. And it died on me, Austin. The screen went out. I go over there. I have the, I don't know if they call it MacBook Plus or something, or whatever, the Apple Plus plan or something. I take it over there to see about getting fixed. And you know what they told me?
What'd they tell you, Stricky?
Almost half or a little over half to fix an older computer than it would be to get a new one.
Dang.
Like they make it real difficult. They make you make an executive decision when it comes to deciding on whether you're going to get a new computer or not. And I obviously decided I'm not paying half to just get the screen turned back on. And I got some footage in there too I need to get to. But don't y'all gutter minds, get out the gutter. No, it's not nothing bad. But I got stuff in there I still want to get to, and I just refuse to do it.
Fair enough.
It's the worst.
Looks like my computer is not going to be back with us, but that's okay. Travis texted about it, and this is where I was going to go next. Travis says, Austin, you forgot about Gunnar Henderson on a team who just took 3 out of 4 from the Yankees. Henderson is also among the top 2 or 3 shortstops in the bigs. Yes, he is. I was going to compare Gunnar Henderson and Bobby Witt Jr. See if you would take my boy or your boy. Gunnar Henderson right now.
I like the name.
Gunnar Henderson or Bobby Witt Jr.?
Gunnar. I like the name.
Okay.
So I'm going Gunnar just on the name.
Gunnar is like 6'4", 230, playing shortstop.
That's crazy. That's a big boy.
It's a big dude.
Who was the last one? Would you say A-Rod was probably the last one that just really had that size at that position?
Machado had to move off. Manny Machado moved off shortstop to third base.
Normally you see
Corey
the big
Seager,
bulky
Corey
guys at
Seager's
third.
A pretty big guy.
Yeah.
Guys like that would be the ones that come to mind for me.
Yeah, I would say.
Bobby's like 6'2", 205, 210, somewhere in that range, probably more the athletic build. What makes Gunnar Henderson special, Strick, is the bat, right? He's a good enough, average, above average, defensive shortstop with a cannon, right? With a name like Gunnar, I would hope you have a good arm, and he does. But he's hitting leadoff for the Orioles. He has 22 home runs out of the leadoff spot already this year, and he's playing shortstop. So he's been incredible, worth 4.5 wins above replacement, according to Fangraphs. Bobby Witt Jr., on the flip side, has taken strides with the bat. He's not chasing as much. He's walking more than he has. The bat is good, maybe not as elite as Gunnar Henderson's is, especially when it comes to the power. But Bobby Witt Jr. blows him out of the water when it comes to the fielding. Bobby Witt Jr. is one of the top 3, if not the best defenders in baseball, according to outs above average. And then he's also one of the fastest guys in the majors. His top sprint speed, 100th percentile, according to StatCast. Gunnar Henderson looks like a building block. Bobby Witt Jr. finally arrived. Are you still going with Gunnar Henderson just because of the name, or can I talk you into Bobby Witt Jr.?
Bobby Witt Jr. kind of sounds like me in my time. So I like him a little bit more now.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like, that's about what I was at, or a little above. But I like you. You're a good salesman.
Talking you into him?
Let me ask you a question though.
What you got?
What MLB team? You guys can join in the conversation always.
We need you to.
What MLB team would you say is most like OKC?
Oh,
in
that's the
basketball?
Orioles. That's the Orioles.
I
by
was
far.
gonna say
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to hear you say, because that's what it felt like to me. It felt like the Orioles are just building it from the ground and just really making the right moves and the right decision. That's why. Okay, we're on the same page. That's why you're my boy.
Yeah. We boys.
Sometimes.
Always.
Sometimes.
We do have the winner, 1824. Under PJ Washington points is correct. He is at 13.9, 16.5 in the playoffs. So a good guess right there. My computer might be working its way back, so I can get to some of the more exact stats when it comes to Bobby Witt Jr. and Gunnar Henderson. But I guess the overall point of the exercise trick is that the Yankees are loaded. They lost Garrett Cole to Tommy John surgery before the year, or an arm injury that might be leading to it. Either way, he hasn't pitched for him yet this year. They're tearing it up, right? They flex their muscle. They trade for Juan Soto. Obviously, still have Aaron Judge in that lineup. The Royals are doing it completely differently, right? The Royals actually did go out and spend, but instead of spending $100 million on one player, the Royals got 7 or 8 guys for like $105 million. And their turnaround right now, they're second in the American League Central. They're, I think, still 4 or 5 games up on a wild card spot. What does it take for a team to go from 106 losses, like bottom of the league the year before, to playoff contender the next year? It doesn't happen often. When it does happen, is it just bringing in new voices from the outside? Is it just work over the offseason? How does a team go from one of the worst in the league to a playoff spot?
One, there's a couple things. One is, like you said, it could be new voices. It could be a change similar in the best way I could say it. It could be similar to what Nebraska did at their coaching staff and just literally reshape, revamp everything internally. And now you're getting a little bit more fire or vigoration within the organization. Landing some gems. What I mean is some diamonds in the rough, some VVS's underneath the coal. And they got polished off once they got there, and you were able to kind of coach them up and get them right. But then lastly, it's having guys in that room that experience that. That, look, it's painful, Austin, to, in college, do what happened to me and go on a 10-game losing streak. It's painful.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Painful. One, because you'll have a game you maybe play 2-3 times a week at best, right? So it's painful because you got to go to practice and you got to go and try to figure it out. And you don't have but 2, 3, 4 days until you can go give, and then it compounds. So it's painful, right? Some of the situations may be the same, could have been a minor situation, but it's painful. Baseball is already painful because you go to bat 4 to 5 times a game. And at best, you're getting 1, 2 hits, maybe. And sometimes you go nuts and just have a great day, but then the next day you can go over. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that's how wild baseball can be. But it's worse if you're losing as much as like the Royals lost, because you're doing it every day. You get on a plane after 4 days of being in one city, you go, and like early on when the streak, when you're losing badly, you're like, okay, oh, we're just having a rough time. But that gorilla gets on the back when it's like every city you go to, it's like, we about to get swept out of here, or we're losing 3 out of 4, or whatever the case may be. We're hardly winning a series. Like, we may skip a game and win one. That's painful.
And then you come home and you still get swept.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's hot outside. You're in the middle of summer.
Yes. Word. I'm telling you. Like, there was a team that almost didn't win a game in the NFL. That's terrible because
Well, the
I can
Lions
only
went
imagine.
winless not that long
That
ago.
was him. That was
Yeah.
him. I knew it was.
Yeah.
Okay, that has to be terrible. But at least you're playing in a dome.
True.
At least, at least you're not in the front. Could you imagine being that if you're Green Bay? That's so. So now you understand why I didn't play football my senior year. Because Cluster Johnson, my partner on WTF, will be on tomorrow, 6 or 7. Shout out to Sibo. He goes to Nebraska, and I'm looking at the roster, and I'm doing my analytical thing. You know what I mean? My Neo thing. I'm looking at the matrix, trying to figure it out. And I'm saying, this math ain't mathing. Teams are going to, I looked at the schedule. Teams are going to kill me because I'm the only, like, I'd have to play quarterback, running back, linebacker, sometimes safety. I'd have to do that. And I was like,
nah.
Guess what the record was?
Over?
1%, one out of 8, 1 and 8, either 1 and 8, 1 and 9, something like that. 1 and 9, I think. No, maybe 1 or 2 and 10, because I think they played 12 games, maybe. Back then, usually we're like 9 and 2 or something like that, 10 and 1. Yeah, they only won like 1 or 2 games, bro.
Eesh.
And practicing out, man, I was like, nah, bro, let me stay inside and shoot this hoop, and wait till the springtime and go outside.
And then throw the football around and make them wonder what they could have had, what could have been.
Shout out to Coach Feynman, RIP. Coach Feynman was, one of the guys that just made it real fun for me. But he was I hate to have disappointed. I don't even think Coach Feynman talked to me that whole year. He was that upset.
Dang.
But I will say that RIP to Jerry West, the logo, while we're at it, Jerry West, he was better than what people give him credit.
Like the pros and college.
You know what I mean? Like you talk about John Havlicek and the likes of them, but wait a minute. Like Jerry West give you buckets, Pistol Pete style.
And he'll lock you up.
Yeah. Man, watch out, man.
And he was an executive.
This is when I knew the league was going in the wrong direction. This man is who he is, not only to you and to your organization, but then you took his seats away. And he's been there, he's worked there. He's still like consultating. And you took a seat. This is when that isn't the only time, but I remember when I was playing early in my career, we used to be able to get tickets at the need. Here's why. I bought a section. A lot of us did. A good group of us, bought sections and we named them something. Mine was named Strickland. You know what I mean? And my focus was to take school kids, usually I don't think I went above 6th grade, but probably elementary, 2nd grade. I didn't want to do the babies because they wouldn't really understand. They would just be in there wilding. But
Which, to be fair, you were in there wilding.
But I took a certain age of them, man, and I bought season tickets, a swath of them, and I offered to them, and they would have to maintain their grades, and they would also have to write something to the teacher, like some type of an essay as to why they should be able to go to the game. And it was good. I would meet with them before and after the game. Every game, I would meet with them. And you're charging me. I'm doing something good. I'm grateful you give me 4 tickets. Bless. Thanks. Appreciate it. But if I had family in town, I couldn't get more. I could understand if it was sold out.
Right.
Bruh, it's so tough. It's so tough for us, even as players now, to get tickets. As former players. It's tough. I've heard stories. I've heard stories of just how, not now, I think rules better, but how difficult it was for former players to get access to something they helped build.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't sit right.
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just venting. Stay tuned tomorrow. If I don't get word on something, I'm gonna vent tomorrow, and I want you to shout it out, sing it out, because these government entities, man, they can be the worst. They really can, and I'm gonna vent about it because I've been waiting since January for something to happen, and it hasn't. And I tried to give them some grace, but I'm gonna put them on blast. It's time, but it's definitely a government. If I don't hear nothing today, stay tuned because I'm gonna be venting. I'm gonna be venting all over social media. I'm gonna put them on blast.
Dang. Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
More on the block next.
At Doane University, we build leaders. And that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours. And our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today. See mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot. An afternoon high around 98. Tonight, a slight chance of storms early. Otherwise, mostly clear. Low around 70. And tomorrow, sunny skies return. Another hot afternoon with a high around 95. Meteorologist Kyle Puck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Cheetos on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those serving today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop.
Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, deal ends June 14th. Join now, online or at your local PF Club.
See Home Club for details.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rolling right along into hour 2 of On the Block here on a Wednesday. Don't forget Friday and then all next week, we are up at Blur Tailgate Parties, 10th and Cass Street, just outside the Hilton, a block away from TD Ameritrade Charles Schwab Field. Tell us TD Ameritrade to me. Come say hi if you're up there. Plenty of ticket packages available for you. blurevents.com/Omaha to learn more. Plenty of fans making the trip to Omaha. Aaron Rodgers, not one of them. But Stricky, Jets QB1, is missing minicamp because of a trip that he planned a while back. Was not willing to move the trip, was unable to move the trip. He's getting hit with unexcused absences, even though the front office and the coaches knew he was going to be gone. How arrogant of Aaron Rodgers, right? Yeah, he's clearly the best quarterback on the roster. It's him, Tyrod Taylor, and someone named Andrew Peasley, right? Like Aaron Rodgers has a starting job. You look at the contract, you look at the pedigree, we get it, he's the starter. Man, I think that's a really terrible look for Aaron Rodgers to be the only starting quarterback in the NFL to be missing minicamp just because he wants to take a trip.
Ayahuasca.
You think?
He might be going to the cave for a little vision, a little something. I don't know what he got going on, but I don't think it's a good look. I mean, like you said, coming off an injury, the team had high expectations coming off of a year where they felt that the only thing missing was a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You end up going down first game.
First
quarter,
in.
Yeah,
first
right?
drive.
And now there's expectations. You've been really not able to work with any of the new guys, get to know some of the, the old guys, because that's a lot of time that has passed.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be good and great, you don't want to miss. Those are important. Those are important, gelling and coming together opportunities without being thrown into the fire of it all. And like you said, I think there's an arrogance there that comes with that. And the reason being is you've been an MVP. You know, when you have all these accolades, you think everything just is going to fall into place and in line. But there's a universal law. And that is what you put into it is what you get out of it. I mean, there's these universal laws out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that happens to be a universal law that I think is applicable in this situation. If he does anything more than just squeak into the playoffs, I think he's already in a tough division as far as, he's probably third in that division at best, maybe second, maybe
probably third. Yeah, third.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not giving yourself really an opportunity to show or to put it together, because you're not gonna in any of the preseason or exit. You're not gonna. You might get a 1 or 2 series, maybe 1 series, maybe 4 play. You're not going to be in there that much, so you're really not going to get much of that time. Those scrimmages, really.
What do they give you?
They're not really. Yeah, you're not. You're getting basic stuff. To me, man, you want to know where your guys are going to go. You want to know that if I throw this back shoulder pass to this guy, he understands and knows how to make the adjustment. I need to know that if I'm throwing a post to this guy, that he's not going to skinny it out on me, but he's going to be able to cut off the safety. And I know that. So I know what, like, that's what you learn. Like, you learn these little details that you just can't learn any other way except being together and working on it.
Here's what the Athletic article had to say about that. It's unclear why Rodgers had to take this faraway trip right now. Only he can answer that, but he took it nonetheless. Robert Saleh called it an event that was very important to him, but didn't specify further.
Yeah, because he was in the cave on the ayahuasca. Yeah, we know what it is. You hoping he get a vision of what the Jets is going to do this year. That's what you hoping for, Coach Saleh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being quiet.
It's not a contract dispute, a family matter, rehab related, or anything to do with football.
Of course it isn't. It's the puff pass to the. Let me stop.
Saleh insisted on Wednesday that he and Rodgers are on the same page about why it was deemed an unexcused absence.
I bet you are, because he's bringing you some back out the cave. He said, that's part of the deal. I need some back here so I can get in my closet and do what I do. Okay.
How about this, Stricky?
What's that?
Rodgers attended the team photo day on Monday and then left for his trip, done for the summer.
Yeah.
His next public appearance likely won't come until the American Century Celebrity Golf Championship at Lake Tahoe.
Can we track his private plane movements? Is it down in Chile or Colombia or Argentina? Where did the plane go? Dora the Explorer. Where can
Aaron the Adventurer.
Aaron be? Oh, where can he be? Hey, Aaron down there getting it in.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see what he do when he come back.
Here's the line of maybe the entire article from Robert Saleh. He had something that was very important to him. And if it's important to him, it's important to us. This Jets organization is wrapped all the way around Aaron Rodgers' pinky finger. It doesn't sound like they're happy about it. But
they
man,
got no
you
option.
pay $40 million for this guy.
Yeah.
You put all your eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket. Is Aaron Rodgers worth the headache for the Jets right now?
402-464-5685. A aging Aaron Rodgers. Now, we all know what an aging Tom Brady. Aging. We all know what an aging Tom Brady did for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But is Aaron Rodgers the same? Or is he like, you have, I'm trying to think of a pitcher. Oh, I'm trying to get back in the air zone. I'm trying to think of a pitcher.
Jamie Moyer.
That was so dope.
Nolan Ryan.
Okay. right? But he wasn't like a winning, like Clemens or
Nolan Ryan was good.
He's good, but that's how Aaron Rodgers is. Yes, very good, capable, comes up short a lot, but
Hall
has
of Famer,
won
not a
one.
lot of playoff success.
Yeah, right. So to me, there's a contrast there. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind he's talented. I mean, he's got a talented arm, he's got a talented mind. He's got command. I mean, he has a lot of things that work in his favor, but boy, oh boy, I think he blew this decision. This is one to really show, the Jets a little something about that you care.
His true colors, right? He showed the Jets his true colors.
Yep.
I mean, to show up for photo day, right? To take all the pictures, be in all the promotional stuff, that's for attention.
Yeah.
And then to leave minicamp, that's got to be for attention, right? Well, what other reason could it be? Maybe it really is a big important trip, but then tell the team how important, how necessary is it for this trip to be secretive? It's one thing if Aaron Rodgers said, I will be at minicamp, but I'm not going to participate. I'll be there and I'll be on the sideline. I'll be coaching. I'll be going through walkthroughs. I'm not putting the jersey on. I'm not throwing at minicamp, but I'm still there. That's one thing. That's tricky to be at photo day and then leave for a trip.
Jump on a plane. Like,
nah.
What is the message that gives to the players?
Garrett Wilson, what does he learn? Breece Hall, Quinnen Williams.
It's not a great
Sauce
message.
Gardner. What do they learn?
It's not a great message, especially if you got a nice, young, up-and-coming, you have aspirations and dreams to break through in the playoffs. It's just not a good look. It's just not a good look, man. And I would say that for anybody. I can understand, like you said, like you can understand if LeBron James says, I'm going to go to minicamp, but I'm not going to play in the first 3 exhibition games, but I'm going to go through, walk through, do drills. I'm going to do all that. I'm just really trying to preserve the body. You can understand that. You can understand that even for Aaron Rodgers, because you can even say let me just say me. Let me just speak for me. I can actually say I understand if Aaron, like you said, came into camp and says, I'm not participating because in his mind space, he's thinking about the injury and what transpired last year. I can understand. That's an understanding moment. But outside you sitting in a doctor's office and you're getting this super technological advancement in the healing process of Achilles, and I ain't talking ayahuasca. I ain't talking the good Snoop Dogg.
No.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a
Legit
real
medicine.
breakthrough.
Yes.
Unless you're getting that, come on, man. It's no bueno.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Cleveland Mike says Rodgers is Bartolo Colon. Good, not great, playing until he's 50. I'm going to push back because here's the thing.
I think he's better than Bartolo. But I get where you're going.
Aaron Rodgers is an all-time great NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
With the arm talent, with the stats, the fact that he won a Super Bowl, he has to be in that
MVPs.
conversation, MVPs. You just watch the guy play. Like, he moves differently. He plays differently than other guys before him. Yeah. And that's what I think makes this so frustrating as well, is that to a lot of people, he should be looking to burnish his legacy. But is it weird that I'm getting big KD vibes from Aaron Rodgers?
Ooh, that might. Ooh,
Similar but different?
You might be on to something there.
Might need to take a puff and think it over during break.
Talks a little bit. Really? Yeah, you might be on to something there.
Puts himself up as the guy. Might not be the guy.
Yeah, you might be on to something, Austin. I think that's not a bad. I see your mind. I see you thinking.
Let's go to break. Let's think through it a little more and wrap up on the block for this wonderful Wednesday next.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and right now they are offering huge, and I mean huge discounts at Coppell. Get over $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing on select Sierras or Silverados. Plus, Costco members receive another $1,000 off. Yes, that's happening right now in Louisville. $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing. You pick what works for you. Costco members, please contact us at the store or at CoppellCars.com. All deals with approved credit must trade and finance.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from a program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Do you need your event or venue secured? Call Tank Security Team. Tank Security Team is Lincoln's #1 non-lethal security company. Tank Security Team offers first-class security with efficient and quicker response times. Hire Tank Security Team. No hassle, no headaches. Call Tank at 402-310-3589 and get secured today.
Friendly environment. Visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Hay season is a race against time. Win that race with an all-new 1 Series round baler from Landmark Implement. The all-new John Deere 1 Series round baler is a revolutionary leap in baler technology that captures near real-time moisture and weight data that can be analyzed through Operations Center to improve your bale quality and farm efficiency. Are you ready to upgrade your hay equipment? Contact your local Landmark location for full details on the new 1 Series round baler and experience the Landmark difference.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and Air Park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those serving today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back one final time here during On the Block. Austin Norman, Erick Strickland, joined by Boss Man DP. DP, welcome in.
What it do? What it do?
It do a lot. It do well. Been a good show. We just left off talking about Aaron Rodgers, Aaron. Missing minicamp. 31 starting quarterbacks in the NFL are making it. The one that is not is Aaron Rodgers.
He hiding out in the cave.
Is this
hibernation?
Yeah, he's getting slug treatment, and he is currently going through his snow cone therapy. He needs to have all the flavors in consecutive hours in order for him to reach apex Aaron Rodgers. He
hookah shishi.
Right, he up in here like here's the thing, like I need 4 incense and
all the candles, all sizes, from tall to short.
You know, I need a velvet poster in my locker. He's wild,
and
man.
He's got Joe Boo sitting in there as well with him.
Right, with a bat.
With a bat.
With a bat. Like, he ain't even figured out. No, Joe Boo's supposed to have a football, Aaron. Aaron, Joe Boo's supposed to have, like, and he got,
man.
like, and he,
you guys are stupid. Let me
like,
get out of
and
here.
he got him with he got Joe Boo with a vape. He don't even have weed.
Joe Boo don't have the incense. He has a vape.
He has a vape.
Just
On
constant smoke.
He did nickname Joe Boo Jason.
Without the mask.
Right? That boy is wild. Now,
Oh,
I don't understand how you give the keys to your car to somebody that, quite frankly, you're not sure where they are.
That part. Well, there's a line from Robert Saleh when he was asked about it. He said,
Camp Crystal Lake.
Robert,
Okay, I'm sorry, Austin. Go ahead. I just can't stop, man. I'm sorry.
Robert Saleh said he had something that was very important to him, and if it's important to him, it's important to us. Is that a good way to run a franchise, or is that doing too much to bend over backwards?
Listen, I'm all for letting your people be your people, whatever way it is. I mean, it happens. Like, we deal with it every day. That, okay, I got something going on. Okay, first things first. If it's the first thing, and you ain't got to tell us that it's a first thing. So he knows his people, and if he cool with it, I'm cool with it. I still want to know, if you're a Jets fan, aren't you a little clenched up today? Like, oh, you know what's in the locker room, you throw your hands in the sky and go, this.
Yeah.
Here we go. You can't. It's always something, and you're supposed to be too elite for it to always be something. Always, you're the standard bearer. You're the standard setter, and yeah, I mean, not married, no kids. Maybe he got that phone call. Maybe he got that text. Hey, Aaron, we need to talk. Like I had a doctor's appointment today. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, okay, Aaron Rodgers, be Aaron Rodgers. None of us are surprised.
But I think you hit on something that might be key, and it's that I think we expect more out of Aaron Rodgers because of his status as really an all-time great, right? He's a top 20 NFL quarterback. And I want you guys to talk about that after we take our 10-second station ID here at the top of the hour.
Sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Like we think of Aaron Rodgers as one of the all-time greats. And when we think of all-time greats, we don't think of guys taking personal trips to skip minicamp and being the only one out of 32 quarterbacks to do it.
I don't know that any or all of that is true. Because if you've won, how many Super Bowls has he won?
One.
That's why he said I'm just gonna I want you to answer that, but I'm gonna throw this into it so you can double answer it. He says, is it wrong for me to think that he's giving off KD vibes?
I wouldn't even do that to KD.
Ooh. Whoa.
I wouldn't do that to KD. It is a different space.
There's
a different requirement at the quarterback position, especially in the two organizations and franchises that he's been a part of.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really easy for him to be he could finish his career, play 3 years, and be the greatest New York Jets quarterback of all time.
Decide to name it at least.
But
no, he could overturn it if he.
No, he could take. I mean, if he wins the chip in the Jets, he's better than Namath and his 50% completion behind.
Yeah,
like stop it. Like that. No, that's not. No, I'm not. I told you the worst quarterback in the Hall of Fame is Joe Willie Namath.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm constant with that. But he had the opportunity to own New York. Like, man, wear the fur coat. I don't care if you show up, but show up at camp wearing a fur coat and shades, but stand there like Joe Willie did. Like Joe Willie wasn't even playing today. He was chilling. He had the fur coat on the sideline, shades on. It's snowing, Joe. Why you got shades on? Because you're Joe Willie. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know that I put him in the top 20 quarterbacks because I just think from that standpoint, there are too many. I mean, he's the third best Packers quarterback?
So you've got Favre,
and then
Rodgers. And then maybe Rodgers, right? I mean, real talk. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Easy. He is Aaron Rodgers.
Who's first, though? Star or Favre?
Star. Star was on too many of the best days in NFL's history. Bart Starr was the best player on the field. And he had to manage the talent around him. And can you imagine Brett Favre playing for Vince Lombardi? No. Vince Lombardi would have choked him out.
How many times?
Right, he'd have choked him out. Right, he'd have choked him out. Like it wouldn't have happened. You think Aaron Rodgers? You think Vince Lombardi would have?
That's even worse.
Yeah, no.
So then, if you're Robert Saleh and Vince Lombardi wouldn't have tolerated this, why are you tolerating it?
Because you're not Vince
Lombardi. Different type of green.
Well, no, you're not Vince Lombardi. You're not Vince Lombardi.
Green and yellow.
Yeah, well, I mean,
green and yellow, green and yellow,
right?
Green and yellow.
I mean, the Jets have never done things at the Lombardi level.
But shouldn't they want
Never.
to? Why not start now?
You would think that at some point the Jets will get tired of being the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're
tired of wearing the bags over their heads.
Well, I mean, the Giants figured out by accident with 3 different quarterbacks how to win a Super Bowl. You can't figure out nobody.
So break this down for me, DP. So the Jets are the Clippers of New York. This is a good one. Who's the Clippers of the Bay? San Francisco or Oakland? Talk to me, DC.
San Francisco.
Oh!
San Francisco. Because you didn't. Joe Willie Bonds made them relevant but couldn't make them untouchable. For the greatest 7-year stretch in baseball history, in Major League Baseball history, that 7-year stretch by Bonds, if you didn't win every title every year with a dude that, first of all, they put people on base. You had the greatest on-base percentage in history for 7 years because nobody wanted to throw this dude. The dude fed the bay. He fed the Cove more baseballs. Like them fish out there was happy when he retired. Like we just swimming, minding our own business. Barry Bonds must be here together. So yeah, I mean the A's had their 2 runs of exceptional. I mean, you had the Reggie run and then you had the McGuire run. McGuire Canseco run. Like that's fantastic. And then you had the run where you changed baseball.
Mm-hmm. Moneyball.
Like
so the 49ers are the backseat to the Raiders.
No, the 49ers aren't the back because the Raiders are just the annoying cousin who keeps showing up.
And they're not even there anymore. They're not even there anymore.
Yeah, they're like the crapper's full. That's the Raiders. Crapper's full. Like they show up, get on your nerves, stay too long, leave. Just when you think you're done with it, woo, they gone. They in Los Angeles again. Woo, we back. Hey man, what's for dinner?
So the Houston Texans,
all of Houston
are the Clippers to the Cowboys.
They really are. They are. There's nothing you can say about like, there's nothing you can say about you. Listen, man, what you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you've had time. And the greatest coach in Texans history is Bill O'Brien.
Woof.
Oh, boy.
Is he also the greatest general manager
in
Texans history?
Like, woof. Like, seriously. Makes my head hurt. That J.J. Watt, you had a generational defender.
And Clowney.
And had a series of clown shoe wearing quarterbacks.
Right.
That you ran through there. If you go back to their playoff era under Bill O'Brien, and
they can't even take credit for Warren Moon. They can't even take credit for him.
Nope.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just thought about that.
He was the Oilers.
Tennessee.
But Bum Phillips told you, look, man, we out here trying to kick the door in.
Yeah.
We had the Steelers, the Raiders, the Dolphins. They look, the Oilers in any other era, they're the Cleveland Cavaliers from back in LeBron in Jordan's era.
Right.
They're the Craig Elo gang.
Right.
The Brad Doherty, Blackfoot, North Carolina.
NASCAR.
That's
brand.
who they were because they couldn't get over the hump. And those teams and players exist. Brad Doherty, borderline Hall of Famer, because he was the second or third best center for 9 years.
In the East.
Right?
And overall.
Mark Price is the greatest point guard we don't talk about.
Great name.
Like, Mark Price was a dude. He was a gangster.
Bucket. Yeah, he got buckets.
He was a gangster.
He
Basketball Reference says Brad Doherty's nickname is Big Dookie, and I'm not allowed to put a guy with the nickname Big Dookie in the Hall of Fame.
But if you listen, first of all, you need
Big Dookie.
You need 2 sticks of gum in your inside cheek to speak as Brad Doherty, Blackfoot, North Carolina, center.
So if that's the case, then what about the football side? Is it Cleveland or Cincy? Because they both was horrible. What's up?
Cincy was so much. I love who they are, but my goodness, how many generations of really good teams could they not get a chip?
Boomer.
Icky shuffle.
Well, I mean, no. The Ken Anderson era was fire. Isaac Curtis, they was out here. Bob Trumpy, like, you had a generational tight end. You had runners. You had maybe the greatest set of corners in the NFL, and Ken Riley and Lamar Parrish. Like, the Bengals were some dudes, and then they stole Bill Berge for a bit. Like, they was like, we out here gang. Couldn't get it done because one year Dan Fouts got him, and then the Raiders, and then the Dolphins, and then they just took turns beating the Bengals in the championship, and it was like, oh boy. But the Chiefs went, thank you to Patrick Mahomes, because the Chiefs was falling into it. I mean, again, Leonard Dawson was the guy.
Lenny D. Yeah.
Come on, Leonard.
Leonard.
65 toss fire trap. Like, that's what it is. I mean, Andy Reid had to come in from the Eagles and steal Hank Stram's spot because the league is about really good and then exceptional. Most teams can get to really good with a really good quarterback and a really good coach, but you have to break the metric to get the chip, and then to do it in a consecutive run. I mean, think about it. Dan Fouts never got a chip, and he had the second best receiving core of all time. When you had, when you had JJ, you had John Jefferson, Charlie Joyner, and Wes Chandler, and Kellen Winslow, and Chuck Muncie catching balls out of the backfield, and you couldn't win the chip because the defense was terrible. It was garbage. But guess what? They were fun to watch.
Yeah.
But he couldn't get it done. The sports evolves, and we get caught up on what's not working, but so much of it works. Aaron Rodgers works. He just is Aaron Rodgers. And that's the easiest way to say it.
Through and through. been a good show here on the block. One more in studio for us for the week tomorrow. We're up at Blur on Friday, so we'd love to see you out there, 10th and Cast. Thanks to Nebco for sponsoring the show. We will step out of the way. When we get back, it'll be old school. Myself and DP, old school. Stricky, when will we see you?
I'll be down at Blur. I'll be here tomorrow because I've got some venting I've got to do.
Oh,
and I'm gonna see me mañana.
Here we go.
There it is. Old school coming up next. Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for